Today's video is all about the next crypto bull market and how it could mean life-changing returns for me and you. I've been investing in crypto since 2017. I've been convinced by crypto since 2021. Prior to 2021, I was absolutely clueless. I've made plenty of videos on this channel about this period so you can have a good laugh at some horrendous mistakes, and more importantly, so you can learn from my mistakes. My personal light bulb moment came when I started to fully understand inflation and how the current financial system is broken. My strong belief is that the next crypto bull market will lead to life-changing returns for many investors. So why not me and you? Early adopters who get in now will benefit from huge potential gains. To get further into this opinion of mine, we are going to be looking at Bitcoin adoption, how millionaires will be made in the next bull market, how you can invest safely. This is a big one and really worth hanging around for. And to finish things off, we'll see what the experts are saying. Experts like Larry Fink, who is the CEO of BlackRock, the world's largest asset management company that oversees $8 trillion, basically the big boys. Bitcoin adoption. The current number of people who own Bitcoin is at around 130 million, depending on what you read. The number of users is similar to the internet in the late 90s, hence the comparisons between crypto now and the early stages of the internet in the 90s. According to Michael Saylor, this figure is expected to rise to around 1 billion by the year 2030. This is a huge rise in users, and this will lead to more capital flooding into the crypto markets. To simplify, let us imagine that the current use of Bitcoin was at 100 million. That would mean 10x the number of users of 2023 by the year 2030. At the time of this video, the current price for one BTC is around $25,000. If the number of users 10x from here, this is likely to lead to a price of around $250,000 per Bitcoin. From what I've read over the last few months, last few years, this is very conservative, a very conservative price for the next decade, and I feel it will be much higher. Understanding the adoption of Bitcoin and crypto is very important. This is because it helps you to understand how early we are in the adoption curve. The adoption S-curve is divided into 5 phases. Innovators, early adopters like me and you, the early majority, the late majority, and the laggards. If you get in now, you're an early adopter, and there are some huge opportunities if you embrace this exciting new technology. You're getting in before the big institutions. Many experts believe that the big institutions will get in when the crypto market is fully. Huge American companies like Fidelity and BlackRock have announced over the last 12 months that they have expanded their digital assets, and many believe it's only a matter of time before many other large institutions follow suit. A Bitcoin ETF is being passed in Canada and Australia, but not yet in the US. When a Bitcoin ETF happens in the US, adoption will really kick in. This is because the space will have more regulation, as the US Securities and Exchange, the SEC, will have given the green light to the BTC ETF. With more regulation and a Bitcoin ETF in the US, institutions will start putting Bitcoin on their balance sheet. Let's take Vanguard for example. Vanguard is the largest issuer of mutual funds in the world and the second largest issuer of exchange traded funds, ETFs. Looking at Wikipedia, Vanguard have approximately 7 trillion in global assets under management. They are a beast of a company. Let us say they have a 60-40 client split. That means 60% stocks and 40% bonds. What happens if Bitcoin is utilized and their customers, Vanguard's customers, want some exposure to this new asset class? It's a large amount, but I'm going to use a 10% just to highlight what could happen. What if the majority of Vanguard customers had a 10% exposure to Bitcoin, like 60% stocks, 30% bonds, and 10% Bitcoin? This would mean a large amount of money flooding into the crypto space. 10% of 7 trillion is 700 billion, and this is a huge amount. And this is just one company. This is just to give you a feel for what could happen if the Bitcoin adoption curve continues over the next decade. How millionaires will be made. Millionaires were made in the last crypto bull market, and millionaires will be made in the next. But before you even think about becoming a crypto millionaire, there are steps you need to take. Don't just look for the next 10x or 100x altcoin by looking at questionable YouTube videos. Crypto space is full of innovative, brilliant minds, but on the flip side, it's also full of bad actors who will play on your emotions. They will lead you to believe you're going to be a crypto millionaire within the week, and it's just not true. Shilling certain cryptos so that the price of that particular crypto goes up, and then they can cash out with even more profit. With any investing, you have to do the hard work and the necessary research. After 6 years of investing in crypto, I'm going to make an attempt at nudging you in the right direction. This is because I'm rooting for you and want you to be a crypto millionaire. At the very least, I want me and you to get some excellent returns and use crypto as a hedge against inflation. This current bear market and fear surrounding money and investing reminds me of 2009 and 2010. I was gripped by fear after the financial crisis of 2008 and 2009, but many that stuck with investing became millionaires, like property investors, for example, who kept investing despite market conditions. I was the opposite and didn't buy a rental property until the start of 2019. That was roughly 12 years since my previous rental property, just not good enough. My thinking this time around is very different, as I've learned from my mistakes. And I want you to learn from my mistakes. I've learned my painful lessons, and this time I've continued to invest. I've continued to dollar cost average into crypto every single month despite market conditions. This will lead to game-changing returns when the next bull market makes an appearance. I'm absolutely convinced of it. All I'm saying is that if you understand crypto and are convinced by it, try and find a way to keep investing. There will be new millionaires made during the next bull market, in my humble opinion. How you can invest safely. Anything is possible with crypto, especially if you get in now, if you get in early. Get in now and you're an early adopter, and this will make a massive difference to your financial future. Before you get started with investing in crypto, you've got to put the work in. Research the history of money and the current world economy. If you're like me, this will lead you to Bitcoin. Once you get that the current fiat system, the current financial system is broken, you will really understand the importance of Bitcoin. Look at the Bitcoin white paper and maybe read 1 or 2 books to get your head into it. There are some excellent Bitcoin books that will strengthen your Bitcoin conviction, in my opinion. Once you get Bitcoin, then start looking at altcoins. Look at Ethereum and maybe 1 or 2 others. Again, read the white paper of each altcoin and do some digging so you fully understand the utility of each crypto you're focusing on, that you want to invest in. When you start to understand Bitcoin and other cryptos, then it's time to start investing. Try not to focus on the market conditions too much and dollar cost average every single month. This is where you invest X amount into your chosen investment. You might invest £200 per calendar month into Bitcoin, for example. You do this every single month, whether you're in a bear market or a bull market. Just for transparency, I personally dollar cost average into Bitcoin, Ethereum and Polygon. The main thing is that you do some form of investing. Don't let fear get a grip of you, like it did with me back in 2009 and 2010. I'm not saying investing is easy, but it's a must if you want some early financial independence, if you want that financial freedom. The way I see it is that anything is possible with crypto, especially if you get in now, get in early enough. Me and you are early adopters and are going to get some game-changing returns if we stick to our long-term plans. And who knows, you might just end up being a crypto millionaire. What the experts are saying. This is an area where you need to be really careful. There are many crypto influencers out there that might just end up being bad actors. Just look at what happened with former FTX CEO, SBF, Sam Bankman-Fried in 2022. For me personally, I'm interested in what Larry Fink, the CEO of BlackRock, Michael Saylor, the co-founder of MicroStrategy, Cathie Wood, the CEO of ARK Invest, Raoul Pal, the CEO of Real Vision, and Anthony Pompliana, the Pomp Podcast, the entrepreneur. He's also an investor. I'm interested in what they have to say. But you have to find people with serious credibility who you trust. Despite saying that most cryptos won't survive, Larry Fink is still in crypto for technology. Larry Fink, again, is the CEO of BlackRock, the world's largest asset management company that oversees $8 trillion. That is some serious credibility. In response to demand from clients, the asset manager, Larry Fink, the asset manager has partnered with Coinbase, one of the largest crypto exchanges in the world, and has given his clients direct exposure to Bitcoin with a spot Bitcoin private trust. This to me is very bullish for the future of crypto. Michael Saylor is very bullish on Bitcoin and his conviction is very impressive. If you watch some of his videos, I think he will convince you of the importance of Bitcoin to the future of money. He predicts that Bitcoin will hit $500,000 within the next 10 years. Cathie Wood goes even further, predicting that the price of Bitcoin will rise to $1 million within the next decade. If you're just starting out, maybe start with Bitcoin and Ethereum. If you want some expert guidance on Bitcoin, go and watch some Michael Saylor videos. For some useful info on Ethereum, go to Cathie Wood and make sure you fully understand whatever it is you invest into. Education, education, education. I do bang on about it and it's probably too much and it's annoying, but if you want to get ready for the next bull market, you have to educate yourself and find a way to invest with skill. Anyway, that's it for today's video. Now you're ready for the next crypto bull market. And if you know anyone who's interested in crypto, why not share this video with them so they can also get ready for the next crypto bull market. So that's it for today's video. Thanks for listening.